Happy New Year, my darling, and welcome to the first moon session for 2026. I am so excited to do this session with you today. First of all, it is a fresh new year that we are entering, and we are going to explore the full moon that we are starting this year with. So I can't wait for you to see the presentation. And as I said, presentation, we have a new way to present the themes, a new way that we are going to explore together. And this is something new for me too. So I hope that you will enjoy, and I can't wait to see you in the next part. Welcome, my darling, to this full moon in Cancer session. This is a new way that I wanted to try and kind of see how well it works. I feel that in this kind of way, you will have also a visual about what I'm going to say. And you're not going to struggle, with kind of trying to understand what I want, to bring into the conversation. So I really would like to hear your feedback. It means a lot to me. And let's dive into it. So we have the full moon in Cancer, and the main theme here is stand your ground. But before we dive deeper, I just wanted to say a little bit about me. So, hi, my name is Mel, and I am a karmic astrologist and a Jungian psychotherapist in training. And the other part that I want to discuss is that why I do this work. So I truly believe that when we connect with the wisdom of the universe, we can heal faster and get to see our life's circumstances from another perspective. The answer to our deeper questions lie in the stars, and we can learn a lot if we allow ourselves to notice the cosmic shifts. As above, so below, I believe that many of you have heard that, and this is not a coincidence. So let's dive in further. We have a full moon in Cancer, so let's see what is a full moon. So, a full moon occurs when the sun, the earth, and the moon are in the same alignment, and that results in the entire face of the moon being illuminated by the sun. So, our subconscious, which is symbolized by the moon, is illuminated by the conscious, which is symbolized by the sun, and that makes full moons the perfect chance to acknowledge self limiting patterns and to bring them to the surface for release. Here I have put an image that will help you understand what is happening. So we have the sun in that part, we have the earth, and the moon here is in the perfect alignment, quite in the opposite side of the sun, but that helps the moon being illuminated. So that's when we have full moons. So our full moon in Cancer is in January 3, 2026. We are starting 2026 with a full moon. And the archetype of Cancer is Cancer, means also crab, and it has also another name, Carcinus. So, Cancer is the sign ruled by the moon. So, you understand when we have the full moon in Cancer, things are going to be a bit sentimental. So, as we discussed before, we have some things to let go of and release in order to start start the new cycle that we will discuss when we have the new moon. But right now, the full moon in Cancer is the archetype of the mother, the nurturer, the empath, the one who absorbs, protects, creates a safe environment, and offers nourishment. Also, its shadow side can be grumpiness, cynicism, manipulation, cowardice, depression. When we don't want to face our fears or we want to take control of a situation, sometimes we can really go into shadow territory. And this is not about shaming ourselves, this is about realizing that we are going towards shadow territory, and we can have a conversation with ourselves and find out what we want to do in the specific circumstance. I would say that mainly when we go to shadow, there is some kind of fear. So when we address the fear, then everything else comes into place. And I also wanted to share a bit about the mythology and how the constellation of Cancer was created. So, in ancient Greek mythology, there was a giant crab that inhabited the lagoon of Lerna. In one of the 12 labors of Heracles, many of you would know him as Hercules. The crab was sent from goddess Hera to attack Heracles and distract him while he was fighting the Hydra of Lerna. The crab was eventually defeated by the hero, but Hera wanted to reward his courage and tenacity, and she turned him into the constellation of Cancer. So the main theme about this, around this full moon, is stand your ground, as we discussed in the beginning of this presentation. And we are starting 2026 with a full moon, an invitation to let go, to create space, and set thoughtful intentions for the year ahead. There is a space where our dreams and other people's dreams collide. The goal now is to nurture our dreams and be mindful of not ending up living someone else's dream. I don't know if you can relate to that. And this is something that we all have to practice doing. Sometimes, when we have something, when we have our dreams, we really have to ask ourselves how much that dream is rooted inside me from my own will, or it is something that it has been proposed to me or it has been projected onto me. This is very like deep shadow work and subconscious territory that we are going to explore with this full moon. And it is also very relevant because we are starting a new year, and that new year we really want to put our priorities straight. This is not about, again, making ourselves to feel bad, but more of like see where we are going, and if we really want to keep going towards that direction, we have to pick a lane and start moving towards that lane. So, this full moon in Cancer is calling us to stand our ground, to make the effort to defend our dreams and follow them without comparing them to other people's dreams. That's really important. And for those of you who know where you have Cancer in your chart, this will be very helpful because in the house where Cancer falls in your chart, you will find that this area of life will be very active, maybe the week before this full moon and a couple days after, but that will be like a very beautiful and mindful practice to see how you were really triggered this week. And if you don't know where Cancer falls in your chart, you can pull your birth chart by using an online birth chart calculator and screenshot this wheel here. So you will get the houses. So if you have, for example, Cancer in the first house, you have like the themes of self, of beginnings, of appearance, of identity. And you are going to understand how this is going to affect you and really get you in the vibes of the full moon. Thank you for watching, my darling. If you want to dive deeper, join me inside the Moon Mystic membership on Patreon. You will find the link down below in the description box. Inside Patreon, we are going to dive deeper into the subject. We are going also to do an active imagination exercise, and of course, I will give you the regular journal prompts, and you will find all the notes for my video that are around the theme of Cancer and the full moon. So dive deeper there. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel to grow. Leave a comment with your favorite realization and maybe what you are going through right now. And until next time, take care. Bye.